Very fucking.
Oh my god, dude! I can't finish this. I cannot.
That's what she said.
Title of my sex tape.
Mm. Your doctor wouldn't tell you have cancer.
I think that's my favorite part about Brooklyn Nine-Nine is all the title of my sex tape jokes because I don't know when it's gonna happen.
Oh, is that like instead of that's what she said?
Yeah.
It's like phrasing.
Yeah, title of your sex tape.
Their version
like,
of phrasing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty good. We have to come up with our own phrasing. I tried to start.
I got one
in high school.
Okay.
Okay.
He said it. That's perfect.
Such a slut.
I am.
He's
Title of my sex tape.
Turning tricks on the esports.
No, that's too easy. You can't do that. You're such a slut title. No, come on. It's got to be something like you don't expect. Like one was good. It was like that's the wrong hole for that title of your sex tape. that was a good one.
All right,
but that's you're wanting it. It's funny. It's funny as fuck. I thought I wasn't gonna like it at first, but I started watching it and I fucking love it. It's hilarious.
Are you watching on Hulu? Amazon?
No.
On Netflix? There's no way it's on Netflix.
No, it's not on Netflix. I've been watching it on an app called Movie Box.
Gonna have to look that out.
Fuck. Isn't that
title of my sex tape, by the way?
Keep trying, Ticker. Not there yet.
You need to stop. That's too soon.
Can you also tell that I'm doing air quotes while I do it?
Yeah, I can tell. And that's what makes it hurt even more.
Title of my sex tape. Was that good? Did I do it?
That was a good one.
That was a good one. See, that's how you do it.
That's the title of my sex tape as well.
That's how you do it. I could actually see that written in black marker on like a white sticker on the side of it.
Title of my sex tape.
That's how you do it.
That's how you do it.
All right, I'm ready to start.
I thought we started. Why haven't we started already?
Pretty sure.
I've been recording for 30 minutes since before you got the call, Jeremy.
Right?
Thank you.
Thank you.
I was recording for like 3 rounds of Rainbow Six.
Awesome, dude! I can't believe we lost that round, and the dude it was 3-3. One of their team left, disconnected, and we lost. Like
for some reason in that game, it's like if you go up 2, you always lose.
Dude, our team was just like.
It's a very.
I didn't play the best as well, but I wasn't doing shitty calls.
I love how
I wasn't doing shitty thing.
I love how tactical that game is because I've never really played a game that's as tactical as it is.
Yeah, that's why I like it a lot.
And like people actually die when you shoot them, compared to like other games I've played.
Well, it's still not great. They haven't released that update yet.
No, but you know what I mean. Like if you get hit twice, you're dead.
Yeah,
and like other games, like you're taking a full clip.
It's very
a full load. Title of my sex tape. Okay.
It reminds me of Gears of War Execution, Gears of War 1 Execution, which is why I love it so much. Gears of War was more fast paced, but it's still like you dead, you're out of the round, and I miss games like that. I hate just mass respawning.
Yeah.
Which is actually why I think BRs are so big, because people feel the same way.
Yeah.
People got tired of fucking Rust. Not Rust. What was the map on Call of Duty? Was it Rust?
Wait, but like, I don't know. I feel like in BR's like you die in that game and then 2 seconds later you're already in the next one. Like it's so fast.
Yeah, but you lost.
I mean, Yeah, but like you get into another one like immediately. Like they don't.
So it has the best of both worlds, because in a game like Siege, when you're out, you gotta wait for the next round, and nobody likes waiting. But in a PR, like, you die, you can just get back in the next round. You lost,
but you can still support play when you're waiting.
No, I agree with that. That's not the point I was making. I'm just saying like BRs remove the wait because everyone wants instant gratification, but it also really rewards you when you win because everyone else died and got out and they lost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was one of the things I really liked about H1. It was the end game screen was so like, fuck, that felt good. Like it makes a loud sound. The menu shows up one piece at a time. Like you have a time to like dance afterwards. In PUBG, it's like a menu pops up. You just freeze and a menu fades in. Like,
I think the new BR does something like that. Like
the 80s one, Radical Heights.
Radical
Heights does a really good job of the showmanship of.
I really want that game to succeed. Like I want to see that game. I want to see that game polished.
Radical Heights.
Is that one we were watching that they were paying?
Yeah. I want to see that do well. I because I like that theme, and I know it's super rough right now, so it's kind of hard to like appreciate everything about it.
We just kind of made a full circle because Cliffy B does that game, and he did Gears of War 1, and so
title of my mixtape, full circle.
Okay.
Okay.
We just did a full circle. Yeah, that's all the time we have today. Right. Thanks for tuning in.
Can you do your outro? Co-host, Hitman. That's the best. It's the best when you do your outro.
Professional.
I think. Speaking of games, esports? I actually think if Armajet advertises, it's going to do really, really well.
Oh no, I agree. I agree.
You guys don't have to. Okay, first of all, you admitted to not playing it.
Oh god.
You.
I've actually played it before.
If you think about what people want, can you guys just let me talk without
seriously, Jesus,
being super fucking annoying?
I'm gonna let you finish.
I'll just mute you. I'm the one fucking recording the podcast.
Good call.
Okay, so if you think about what people want out of a mobile game, right? They're not the same things, other than it being fun, they're not the same things you want out of a PC game.
Mm-hmm.
You want the games to be short, and that's probably the biggest problem. That's why, like, brawl modes are so popular in Vainglory. Like, we think it's fucking boring, but that's where they're making their money, that's where they're getting their numbers, is fucking brawl modes. Because it needs to be short. A lot of people are just playing, like, I don't know, while they're waiting for a fucking light. Like, they're literally playing in their cars. And Armajet's rounds are really short.
Yeah, literally.
How long are your red lights?
Literally.
You've never done that? I do that.
What the hell? No.
Okay.
Play a game during your red light?
I mean, I could see that happening like in LA. Like,
I used to,
with all the traffic.
When I was really into Clash of Clans, I would play while I was driving a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, but would you be like building stuff, or would you be like raiding?
I would do like just a farming attack to like kill like
outside resources or something.
Yeah, a vacant base.
And would you be tactical about it? Or would you just hold your thumb on and spend all your troops?
Those attacks weren't tactical at all.
Oh, okay.
Okay, then if you're just
okay, so maybe that was a bad example, but I'm saying people do that. I'm not the only fucking person that does that.
Do.
Title of my sex tape.
People do that.
Okay, so but they do want it to be short. You're waiting at the doctor's office, for instance.
Okay.
You don't know exactly how long the wait's going to be, so you don't want to get into like a fucking 30-minute game potentially. If
like
it's only
when you're going to do a podcast and you don't want to keep 3 people waiting for 30 minutes.
You're such a baby.
So that's one of the things people want. I think there is a market, like if we've learned anything, there is a market for like competitive gameplay. Like you want to play against other people and beat them. Like that's a very valuable thing in a mobile game.
That's what I live for.
Isn't that Clash Royale?
Yeah, but that's my point. Like beating somebody else is fun. It's something that like
Candy
Crush or whatever doesn't give you.
Armajet is
for sure. But it's competitive and it's quick.
It's competitive and it's quick.
And it's not just 1-on-1. It's 4-on-4
exactly.
or free for all with 8 people. Like that's fun.
I don't have anything
if it
bad
gets
to say
popular.
about it. I was joking earlier, mostly just because I don't have time to get into another game.
If you've never heard of it, which I'm assuming will be both our listeners, look it up on YouTube because it's coming out soon, as far as I know, and it's going to be big, I think.
It does look crazy fun.
It's fun,
It really is.
and
Oh,
it's also fun
God.
playing with people who are in Discord. Like, really fun. It's
Yeah.
fun to talk to people while you play.
I'll
Like,
probably
if you're
play
not
it.
somebody who only plays Vainglory and says, "Oh my god," when people talk about other games, you might actually enjoy it. Okay.
He wants
No
to say
words.
okay so bad. He wants to say okay so bad.
No words.
He's gonna
He's
get
dying
like
to say
okay
it.
Tourette's.
Yeah. He's gonna develop a Twitch. He's gonna develop a Twitch.
Oh my God. Stop.
Can't say Twitch on YouTube.
Oh, rip.
Yeah, I'll probably be playing it, but I just don't have time right now.
All right.
You do have time, you fucking liar.
No, I'm doing this stupid fucking podcast.
I don't have time.
Oh, Jesus.
I put 40 minutes into this a week. Don't
Please.
you know how busy I am?
No, I mean
And that's like that's 10 that's what I like about it. It's super quick and then I can just stop. Like, all right, I'm
Yeah.
done.
I don't think you guys really understand how much work goes into maintaining a Rust base.
Oh, I understand completely. As someone with no life as well, I
I have
understand.
no time on my hands.
But you'll get tired of Rust.
I always do, especially once I get rated. I'm like, well, all right, see you next month.
That's the thing that kills me is the raids and the resets. Like I would be
I
so
wanna
down
build a
to like
goddamn city.
invest in time. Yeah, exactly. If that was a capability, if that was a possibility.
There's servers like that though, but Shelby loves the PV, like the nonstop child being thrown at your base, like just respawn and run in naked kind of gameplay, and I can't stand it.
Yeah, he likes to run in naked.
There's servers that like he does, dude. I don't know if you guys don't know Rust. They randomize your character. You can't customize your character at all. So Shelby loves running around naked because he's got like a huge donger. He does, dude. He got a super like.
God.
You got a baby dick.
I do. It's like an innie.
You guys
But,
are really selling this. I can't wait to download it.
No, it's
Yeah.
like it's fun, like building and shit. But
Wait,
the servers
when
are
you were
crap,
talking about
just-
a game I was talking about a game you didn't play, you just made annoying sounds. So that's what I'm going to do. Go ahead, talk about Rust.
It's really hurtful.
That's so boring.
Same.
It's the worst.
And you should show some more respect next time.
Damn.
Okay.
I want there. Okay, so I'm primarily a mobile gamer at this point in my life, even though I bought a really expensive gaming laptop and I have a Switch. I'm primarily a mobile gamer, so like I'm more into mobile games because that's what I have time to play.
I mean, Switch kind of crosses that line, right? That's
Yeah.
I agree.
But I can't. Okay, the battery life is shit when you're mobile.
Damn,
and
that's what I've heard.
I can't always have it with me. You know, it's not. I can't throw it in my pocket.
Yeah.
You know, I gotta
And
walk
you-
around with it.
And you don't want to be a fucking nerd walking around with like
Yeah.
a Switch case.
I basically need an attaché case
actually.
for my Switch. So
Oh,
yeah,
dude.
so yes, it's mobile in the sense that you could bring it on a plane, like it'd be perfect for that. But it's not mobile like my phone is.
Exactly.
Speaking of mobile
It's
games,
basically an iPad. That's exactly
did
what it
anyone?
is.
Oh, that makes sense. Did anyone ever play Command and Conquer Red Alert?
Of course.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Dude, they're
No.
making it mobile.
I got in so much trouble because I woke up like 2 hours early for school, did all my stuff to get ready, and my dad yelled at me for waking up. He didn't realize I was already ready for school. He was mad that I was giving up sleep for computer games. And I was
Dude.
in there like building fucking mammoth tanks or
Same.
whatever they were called.
Dude, that must have been nice,
Same,
dude. Having
same.
parents that care about you.
Monka S.
Lucas.
Well, we'll get you guys next week. We're gonna hit up some therapy.
Yeah,
And,
this podcast is about to get dark. Tell me how
Honestly.
you were feeling.
Dude, my parents didn't give
so-
a shit. Dude, I was a,
commiserating
Red
in
Alert,
vain.
and then I transferred into Diablo 2, and that Diablo 2 was the first game I ever played online.
I
The
wasn't
first
allowed to have
game that I
internet.
played online was Return to Castle Wolfenstein.
Oh, dude, that was a good game.
That was
But I wasn't
fucking-
allowed to have internet, and my best friend at the time knew it. And for my birthday, he got me Diablo 2. I was like, oh my god, this is so awesome. I'm going to play the shit out of this campaign. And then he just took my CD key and played it. He literally had his mom. His mom was like, what are you going to get Sean for his birthday? He's like, oh, get him this new game. And then it was because he wanted the games.
Wow.
Yep.
Dude, CD keys, holy shit.
Yeah. I still
I
have
used
my
to steal
Warcraft 3.
I used to steal CD keys from Fry's.
We're going to have to edit that out. Fry's will never sponsor us now.
Fuck.
Which was terrible. because
Allegedly.
I was in talks
Allegedly.
Mhm.
I don't know what any of you guys are talking about right now. So
Because you're a fucking child.
with them. What's a CD?
oh.
What's
What's
a
a
key?
cassette?
Don't you mean DVDs?
You're saying CD
You mean
keys? Like
you
what?
mean a digital download code?
So a CD key you used to have for like Blizzard especially. You used to have not only
Isn't
the
that a
physical disc.
floppy
No.
disk?
You used to have
Oh
the
my
physical
God.
disc, which was a CD, and then there was a like 12-digit number
It
on
was
the
just-
CD.
For the algorithm to confirm that you actually bought the game and you didn't
Instead
like,
of stole the
steal
game,
your friend's CD.
So you
Yeah.
just steal the CD key and then you win.
It was-
Exactly.
Yeah, and it was
Oh,
definitely
no,
required
no,
for like
okay.
original online games, and
Yep.
some games wouldn't even let you play at all without it.
Yeah.
But then there was some that would, like StarCraft would let you like install it on everybody's computer and you could play each other. And those were the games
Oh, I
you
didn't know
left.
that.
Yeah, because they actually cared about.
The first game I actually ever played online was Halo 2 on Xbox. But the thing is, before we had internet, we all like there was a bunch of kids on my street, so we used to bring TVs and our Xboxes over and like do
Yeah,
18-person
course.
LANs.
Some
And then we got
50-foot
online.
crossover cables. Yeah.
Dude, we thought we were so good, but then we got online and we were shit.
I was I played Halo 2 a lot. That's probably the game I was best at of every game I've ever played in my life was Halo 2.
Yeah, my best game was
Uh,
Halo 1. I was a fucking god at that game. It
Yeah,
was
because of the
disgusting.
pistol, dude.
I got so Halo 1.
Everyone else had the pistol too.
My brother
I
and
was
me
just
got
better
Halo
with it.
1 when we were in high school, and we played it like crazy. And then he went to college because he got it when he was like a senior, and I was either a sophomore or a junior, something like that. And he went to college, and they were doing tournaments there, and people would glue stopwatches to their fucking controller because it was so big, and time out like when the shield would come back up, they'd start a timer on their controller. Like it blew my mind. I didn't even know people could be that good at this game, and it made me want to play. I used to go to visit my brother just to play Halo with them because in the house
So-
he lived in with like there was like 6 guys. They'd play Halo like it was something they did for like 3 hours every day.
Was this
oh,
before they invented the ability to count in your head?
God.
Yeah, I have stopwatch taped all over my iPad, so I know when like.
I
the
mean,
camps
if you can
respond.
count to 60 in your head while playing Halo, I'd be impressed.
Really? That would
Yeah.
impress you.
Yeah,
Have I
mean,
got some
there's
shit
no
to
timer on the
show
screen.
you.
there's a timer literally on the screen.
Some of the game modes didn't have a timer on the screen. Though.
Oh, I was gonna say.
That's a newer video game thing.
No, I mean, it was in Halo 1. Like, there was literally a timer, like the match time. You look at that, like, okay, my shield's down. Look at the timer, or
So whatever, the timer's not cool to you guys, but it was my first exposure to like, because you got to remember, like, competitive video games didn't exist.
For sure. And back then they used sundials, so that had to have been crazy.
Okay,
Oh.
but there was no game had a competitive league. You know what I mean?
Correct. There was
No,
no.
Halo
And
One did.
and if people did do something competitive, it was just like you and your friends, or
It was
like
local. It
you
was
and your
local.
friend had a friend, and you two would play each
Yes.
other.
Not necessarily true. No.
Well, there was no MLG hadn't become a thing, so it was not like, and there weren't in-game tournaments. There were clan battles or whatever, but
Yeah. I mean, I participated in international fucking like tournaments.
oh yeah, the 93-94 back-to-back Blockbuster champion. I forgot about that.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
And got destroyed.
Yep.
I mean, I was number 7 in the world for Halo 1. Like, I was a fucking beast at that game.
Out of 8.
Yeah, like where were you playing? How did you? Okay, I have so many questions. How did you find out about an international tournament?
It was all done online. Like there was a website that all the teams registered on
for the original Halo on computer.
For Halo 1 for PC, yes.
Okay, that's fucking. You're talking about different things. I'm talking about fucking Xbox, dude.
Oh no, yeah, Xbox,
yeah. I was thinking like Al Gore invented the internet, then he reached out to you.
It's like what? Halo 1 didn't even have online play.
No,
yeah, no. Halo for PC.
I forgot God's. I mean, wow.
Yeah,
you did used to be a
different game.
You can kill yourself.
I didn't. I wasn't calling you God's eye. I was trying to say Jeremy did used to be a god, and then I was thinking about the conversation we had when we were together, and God's eye was there.
Yeah, but so Halo 2 came out, and you could play online on the Xbox.
I gotta go wash my mouth.
And
thank you.
I lost that Halo 2 and the original Call of Duty, not like the original one that was World War II. Were the games that fucking ruined me in college because I played them so much.
I never played a Call of Duty until Modern Warfare, and that was only because there was nothing else to play on.
Dude, the original one was so good. It had such a good balance between pray and spray and like people that actually used rifles.
Yeah,
it was so good.
That's what they were trying to like go back to with World War II, right?
Well,
that's one that came out.
I mean, that's how
Left 4 Dead 2, bro.
That's how the war actually was.
Left 4 Dead 2 was hella fun.
People with machine guns would clear trenches, and people with rifles would pick off people.
Well, that's what I feel like. That's what Battalion is trying to do. Is trying to go back to like the roots of Call of Duty.
They're trying to, yeah. They wanted that like just that classic gameplay. But
like, it seems like a really fun game. I just haven't heard much about it since it came out.
We would all pitch in. Same. We paid for a server. We paid for a TeamSpeak server. Like. This was a long time. This was a long time.
What was the other one? Ventrilo.
Holy.
Fucking Ventrilo.
Everybody had to pitch in because it was expensive. It was like $20 for the TeamSpeak server, and then another 20 or 30 for the actual game server. Like the game didn't have servers. If you wanted to play the game online, you had to either join somebody else's server that they were making. The original Call of Duty on PC.
Yeah. What were you talking about, Neon?
What? No, I was saying, do you guys remember Mumble? Or did you guys ever use Mumble?
I used it for a second. I think Vertigo made me use it or something. I don't know.
Oh, you know, another big one was Unreal Tournament.
Yeah, that was before Call of Duty.
The fetus of esports.
Yeah. That was fucking nuts.
Unreal Tournament is where KSI started too, which is really funny. I don't know if anyone remembers KSI. Not the YouTuber, the clan.
Kiss?
No. KSI was like the biggest Halo 2 clan. It was like, I don't know, the one everyone wanted to be in. It was so fucking big. Some guy like quit his job to run it. He had a wife and 2 kids.
Oh, that's the one you told me about. Yeah.
And then like tried to like monetize it, but there was no way to monetize it. So like one day we like got an email, like thousands of us all got an email like, I have to duct tape my kids' feet because it's cold. Like, can you please send us money? I was like, holy shit, dude. Bad call.
Jesus.
Ouch.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I started Unreal Tournament, and then a bunch of the like people I played Gears of War with came from Unreal Tournament too. I never actually played Unreal Tournament, but Gears of War was so sick, dude.
Those games were cool in college because we had, everybody that lived in the dorms was on the same network. So you could play
LAN.
Yeah, you could play LAN games without needing to be, like, you were technically online, but you didn't need to be online because you were on the same network.
Dude, something I miss about that, though, was that it was before Xbox parties, so you had to talk in-game. And, like, in between rounds, everyone was talking mad shit. I just, like, remember that was being, like, a part of gaming. Whereas now everyone's just in their own world. You never really talk to the enemy.
So the original Halo didn't come out for computer until 2 years after the Xbox version. That's way sooner than I thought. That's crazy. 2003. I thought it didn't come out for a long 2001. Time. Halo 1 was 01? Yeah, dude. I was right. I was a sophomore. That was my what the fuck would? I was in something.
I was 3 years old.
I'm old. I get it. My 30s have been great, by the way. For those of you not wanting to get older, like, the last 5 years of my life have been the best years of my life.
But we only met like a year ago. So how has it been great
Okay,
for
well,
5 years?
minus last year. It's been good.
It hurts.
Actually, in baby language, we've been together for what? 16 months
Dude.
now?
Jeez.
Oh God. Yeah. Something like that. It was like January.
Oh my god.
So yeah. December, January.
Baby
Tail end of
language,
December,
dude.
yeah. I used to have so much fun playing games. I still do occasionally, but it used to be fun like every fucking time. Like every
I thought you
day
were gonna
was
say
so much fun.
with
know what I mean?
Tinker. I thought for sure it was coming after. I used to have so much fun playing games.
No, we did have. There was like a 2-month period where me, you, and Master Chief. I still say that's the funnest gaming like I've ever done in my life. We were just grinding.
They were good times.
We were just grinding out fucking Vainglory.
Yeah, it was pretty structured. We had a good schedule.
I think it was fun too because we were all getting better. And like if you can have fun while you're getting better at a game, it's so rewarding.
Agreed.
Like I'm already as good as I'm gonna get at Vainglory, so now it's not as fun. That's not true.
There want to say a lot more players because I don't have the fucking numbers on hand. But I feel like there are a lot
Hey,
of people playing.
there's still room for improvement.
No, there's definitely room. The room's never been the problem. It's just my personal skill cap that's been the problem. I think mechanically, like, I'm not going to get much better. The only thing that's getting better right now is just game knowledge of 5v5 for me. But my mechanics have been on a plateau for a long time.
So I got to move to top lane. No need for mechanics there.
That is the natural transition for a roam, right? Now? Because top lane's like tanky.
Didn't work for Gabe.
Yeah, what's going on with that? What's going
Didn't
on
work
with
for
and...
Gabe because he hated that role.
Exactly.
So he just wanted to go back to support.
People think
who's
top
a
lane
better
is
support? Max Green or Gabe?
I think we'll find out.
I think, yeah, I don't know. They're both.
I don't really want to use
fucking good.
3v3 as an indicator of how good you are at Vainglory anymore because it's not the same game. It is a very different game. So I think we still have yet to see who the best of the best really are.
Like you could, maybe you could be better at 1v1ing someone, like, or, you know.
Who's
like
the best
fighting
player
someone,
on that team?
On Tribe?
Yeah.
Wait, what did he ask?
Who's the best player on Tribe? Do you guys think?
I would say D'Anzio.
Yeah.
So is D'Anzio the best player in the world?
No.
No.
Nah, not in the world.
I mean, besides me. Okay.
Nah, I think he's pretty high up there, though.
I agree.
Well, who's better than him? Because it was a resounding no that he's not.
Because I don't think there's a way to determine the best player.
I don't think we can say, like, oh, this person is the best player in the world, is why I said no.
It's a team game. That's exactly why I said no, too.
Yeah.
I mean, he might be the most mechanically skilled. Doesn't mean he's going to make the best decisions. And, you know, there's so much that goes into it. Not one person is going to be the best at everything, so not one person is going to be the best player.
Yeah, they might be the best at something, but they're not going to be the best.
What does he play? Mid lane, right?
Bot.
Who's the best bot laner?
Definitely not Louis, because he's not here right now.
I would say Zeal.
Okay. There you go.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah, but not the best player.
How far do you think?
Maybe I'd agree with it.
How far do you think, like me and Jeremy and I don't want to say Tinker, but we'll say Tinker are like if you put us our respective positions, how far away? Like, are we top 20? Are we top 30? Are we top 50?
Oh my god, you're asking me?
Yeah, because you play the pros.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't even know what Jeremy's main role is, and I don't know what Tinker's main role is.
My main role is support.
Like, Jeremy mains Phil.
Title of his mixtape.
Oh my god.
No title of your sex tape.
I mean, I don't know, dude. That's like a really tough question.
Yeah, that's why I asked it.
Dude, what?
This is journalism right here.
Tough questions are interesting. Because I don't know. I have no idea.
Have you seen me support?
If I was a top 50 support in NA, I'd be surprised.
Okay, what do you think?
No, but the thing is, like, I only know the pros that play support. So, like, what if there's a pro team? Oh my god.
Okay, so
dude.
obviously the pros are all better than me, so that's 8. But then,
Yeah, but then, like, there's other people that I don't fucking know. Like,
yeah, that's why I'm
I don't
asking
know.
for a range. No, I don't want you to be like, you're number 27.
I mean, definitely like top 100, top 50, yeah. Because I mean, I'd say top 100 for sure. Is what
Okay.
gonna
I'm a
say.
top 100 roam. You heard it here, boys. Suck it. Is that world or NA?
No, that is not world. That's NA.
God damn it! Just say yes.
I can confidently say that I'm the best top laner in this Discord right now.
You're fucking retarded. You just said that because you know I fucking top it. I fucking hate that lane. SMC did a terrible job in mirroring
No, it's the
lanes.
heroes. It's not the mirror lanes. It's the hero. There's no hero design for
it's
top
the
lane.
fact that no. It's
What
the fact
makes
that
it bad?
top
Like-
lane has to play against the bot laner.
That's how it should
No,
be. Just because in
wait, hold
League it's
on.
fucking
This is
dandies
Dude, but
playing
it's-
top lane versus top
This
lane.
is a learning
not-
moment because most of the people that listen to this aren't nearly our skill level or game understanding. So explain to everybody why that's a bad matchup. And so
Wait, did you just assume that everybody that listens to this isn't a good player?
I've talked to both our listeners, and they're both tier 6.
So you're saying Tinker's not a good player?
I don't listen.
Obviously,
It's the implication. Title of my sex tape.
Okay, so Neon and I are going to disagree on this, but we can explain why.
Oh my
And
god,
it doesn't mean
dude.
doesn't
Okay,
mean that I'm wrong.
so just
Okay.
map wise, the bot laner has what weapon buff?
No, listen. Bot laner has weapon buff, and most. I mean, the thing is, like, the early invades like always kind of screw the top laners because I don't know if the other team's smart, like the bot laner and like three other players or whatever are gonna invade your top lane jungle. So it's your CP buff, your 2 bears, and your regen, right?
Okay.
So they take all that jungle and then they take their bot side jungle.
Very
By the
first
time they're
thing
done-
you're talking about.
Yeah, even before you go to wave, really.
Right. So
Yeah.
like 1 minute
By
into the
the
game you're talking about.
Time they're done with that, both the bot laner and the jungler are level 3. And the top laner did not get any jungle experience, and they're level 1.
Yeah.
So, and then the jungler basically just camps that lane the entire rest of the game. And they
Yes.
just keep rotating for your healer, they keep rotating for your.
he got tilted into oblivion, dude.
He got so mad.
Tilted
his computer crashed.
into oblivion.
Oh my god, did my cord really crash?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You were talking
Where
about
did
how
I-
much you love top lane.
Where
You
did
said
I
the,
cut out?
the jungle
You
would
cut
stay
out
there.
literally for a second.
Yeah, the jungle would stay there and then keep taking your healer. And
Okay. So yeah, the jungler camps your top lane, and then when your jungle's up, both the bottom laner and the jungler rotate for that, and the mid laner, they're mid laner sometimes, and so it's just a huge snowball fest top lane, and
So
like that's
that-
what's happening on the other side of the
Mhm.
like that's what's happening on your team as well. Like my jungler, my bottom laner are snowballing their top as well. So it's just basically who snowballs like harder.
So
Who gets more fed.
that's definitely a problem.
It's really
and
dumb.
It's because of the way they
I don't know.
tried
That's
to
why
balance
top
the
lane is
jungle.
really bad because it's always like 1v3 in that lane. Because the
Which is-
roam will even rotate to that lane. And it's the support, the jungler, and the bottom laner. And one of them has the weapon buff, so and you're like level 4 and they're like level 6.
Would
so, like,
changing
it's pretty tough.
Would changing the
I don't
bear
know.
and
That's
CP
why nobody
buff
likes playing that lane.
location
Yeah.
Because you're
have an
always
effect
getting
on that?
I don't think you can hear
camped.
us.
You have nothing like it's really hard to play that lane.
Neon,
Go ahead.
can you hear us?
Hello.
Oh, okay. I thought you couldn't hear.
I don't think
I
he
agree with
can.
you.
He can't. Hold on a second.
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay, my Wi-Fi is just stuck.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I agree with you that it's very fucking dumb that they're level 3 and the weapon buff is having a slow. It's just I just don't. I don't understand who thought that
Like
was
once they hit,
going
if
to
they
be a
hit you
thing.
once, and like your
Yeah,
hero
it's
has
over.
no escape,
It's
you're
over.
dead.
The
No, for
CP
sure.
buff doesn't give any other bonuses other than damage, right?
Damage
gives lifesteal
and
on your
lifesteal.
abilities.
Yeah.
Which makes sense to me. But a slow that literally reapplies itself on every auto, that's usually happening on a melee hero, is just they're fucking idiots. Anyway,
Yeah, like Cruel with that.
yeah,
Whoever
even
he's on is
a
dead.
caster in with that, I'm fucking dead.
Yeah.
But I personally like the top lane being against multiple heroes, because that in a real MOBA like Dota, not League, is what it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be trying to fuck with their hard carry as best you can and not die. But it's impossible to do with this current iteration because of the way the jungle's set up. And for some reason, Vainglory is, instead of making, in my opinion, if they wanted to make the jungle a necessary role like League is, they should have just made an item that gives you more experience for jungle and not just made jungle camps more experience, because then it just gets abused and given to the carries like it is right now.
Mm-hmm.
Or they could have like an item where they can make like jungle camps really hard to kill, and then you need to buy the jungle item.
Jungle kill item, yeah.
Yeah, to clear the jungle.
Yeah, that would be good.
But yeah, it's bullshit right now that you're under leveled, because there's no hero designed to scale like without levels.
Yeah, and in Vainglory, if you're 2 levels behind someone or 3 levels behind someone, you can't kill them. You're fucked. Like that's how Vainglory works.
Exactly.
All right, I learned a lot from that, so I'm sure both our listeners will too. Seriously.
No, the reason I like the top lane is because I like going 2v1 or 3v1 and making it work.
Title of my sector.
Mm-hmm.
But
and that's why everyone likes bottom lane, because you never lose that lane. You're super fed. You're ahead of everyone.
But that's how it should be, but not the way it's being done. The reason it should be that way is because you should either have a support with you making sure you can farm, and the lane you're against is the top lane for the enemy, and you are just there to fuck with you.
This isn't what's happening in ranked, though. This is only competitive, because that's not what I see in our ranked games.
And ranked, it's basically
ranked is
like
a totally different story.
Yeah, like ranked, you close your eyes and someone's somewhere else.
You're never gonna know what your enemy is gonna do, because those players are interesting. But competitive, it's like
I'm top 100 NA. Suck it.
The bot laner, like it's a hero that does like ranged a high burst damage, and then the jungle is doing that too. So it's like jungle CP Idris, and then what is it, like Gwen or Dajio, and they just mow down turrets like in the first 4 minutes of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what the meta is right now. The jungler literally does not leave that lane the entire game.
But I don't see SCMC changing that, because they want it to be short games for some reason. And
yeah, they do.
When 10 out of 9 turrets are dead in the first 5 minutes, they are celebrating that for some reason. I personally don't find it entertaining at all to watch one team go down to one lane and another team go down the other, and then let's see who gets the last tick of damage at the last second. I'd rather see some long, drawn-out team fights or some sick ganking, Now
that Ghost Swing buff,
I know,
makes you do more damage to structures. Is basically you take Ghost Swing buff, you group your entire team in one lane, and you just shove down that entire
Or you
lane.
go and take Black Claw that does more damage now too, and is harder to kill, and then you just win the game.
Yeah. But that's what they want.
I think the objectives being like, that forces team fights. So I like that the objectives do more now.
I agree that there being multiple objectives on the map.
We all want big team fights. That's the funnest thing to watch.
Exactly. But what we don't want is one team fight leading to the game being over. Personally.
No, but I mean,
it leads coded it that.
It leads to team fights, but the team that has the Ghost Swing buff is always going to win that team fight, unless there's a huge throw by them. But if you're smart and you just take Ghost Swing, it's a really huge fucking lead that you're gonna get
on top of the gold.
Yeah,
because usually you'll push a turret and then rotate. You push the turret like minute 4 when the shield goes down on the turrets. Then you have the gold lead there. If it's not a traded turret, then you go to Ghost Swing and get more gold there, and then with that buff you get another turret. So that's 900 gold per character that you could potentially just use to snowball the rest of the game.
Like, we literally just had a game where we took Go Swing and we pushed down the entire lane and won
In a matter
like
of
that.
30 seconds.
Yeah, like we hadn't even taken the first turret. We just took Go Swing. We took the first turret. We took the second turret. We took the third turret. We took the armory, and we shattered the Vayne. It was a 10-minute match. I don't. That's not fun for me at all, and I don't think people want to watch that either. But SEMC wants fast games, so there you go.
Yep.
Well, it was funny. Like 2 or 3 episodes ago, we were talking about how snowbally the game is.
Well, and
This
they're
patch
making
definitely
it-
made it snowballier.
Yeah,
They're
This is-
making it more snowballing.
This is their problem. They don't know who they want to be. They don't know if they want to be
If they
like
wanna be
first
an
it was all
Or
well, they don't know
casual
if they want to
game.
be a fucking real exactly a real MOBA
Yeah.
or a fucking casual game.
Yeah.
Like
They used to.
they-
Back in
yeah.
the glory days, they were like, we are going to be the first true mobile MOBA. We're
exactly.
going to compete with League and Dota. They were so fucking heartfelt and dead centered on what they wanted. And then they were like, oh, talents can make us money. We can turn a profit on this. The fuck?
I don't know what they're wanting to do, honestly, because like the way competitive is right now, it's like the snowball fest.
Yeah.
And I feel like when they get feedback, they're just like, well, haters going to hate.
Yeah.
We're going to do our thing. No one's always going to be happy.
yeah, it is a lot of like pointless platitudes that don't really mean anything.
Yep.
We're working on it. Okay, thanks.
Mhm.
That was really helpful.
Here's our roadmap. We're doing things. Well,
Here's our
specifically-
roadmap with no roads.
Specifically, what are you doing about it? We're working on it. Do you have any details about that? We're in talks with people.
That'd be like if somebody gave you a map that only had cities and no roads and was like, yeah, that's where you want to go. Over there. The other side. Don't say I didn't help you.
How do I get there?
No. We're not giving out info here. It's just a roadmap with no
In
roads.
5 years, somebody said that. I think it was Christian. In 5 years, like what? You're barely alive after 3. What do you think? What makes you think you're gonna be around in 5 years? You're gonna be what was that 5-minute MOBA that tried to come out? Clash something that like 3-minute.
I don't know though, because like AOV is also like AOV is even faster than VG. I think aren't like the competitive matches like 8 minutes long?
Yeah, they're pretty short.
Yeah.
And
They're
part
hella
of that is
short.
because you can shop anywhere. So
Yeah,
you only port when you're really low.
but I mean, maybe they're trying to like be like AOV. I don't know, dude.
I'm gonna be
honestly.
honest with you. If they were throwing out the prize pools, I'd play a 2-minute MOBA. That fucking AOV is doing. Like, I'll play for 45 minutes, or I'll play for 10. If you're gonna pay me 50 grand for a league and then 500 grand for a tournament.
Yeah, but
So why aren't you
That's-
playing AOV?
Because I still have hope. I'm an idiot, dude. Hope dies last.
You know what I was really salty about? Them taking away my dev tag.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
On a weekend, that means someone had a VPN in and take my dev tag personally. So I decided, I was like, oh, maybe they're just getting rid of all the ex-employees' dev tags. No,
Nope.
everyone else still has them.
Yep.
There's people that haven't worked for our company in over 2 years that still has their dev tag.
Yep.
So I know it was
You can't be honest, dude.
I know it was a personal thing that someone did, which is kind of messed up and petty in my
You
opinion.
disagreed with them.
Wait,
mean,
what'd you
that's-
how
do?
dare you?
I didn't. I mean, I heard that they took your dev tag away, but I didn't.
No, you just been honest.
It's yeah,
Lying.
it's
Is it
It's
because of the
whatever.
podcast?
no, I don't think so. But and if it was, then it's just as petty. Like, if we can't like talk about what we want to talk about, and instead of them taking this as like part of constructive criticism towards their game and like actually listening to us and just
Yeah,
instead
I
of
think
just being defensive about it, like and thinking we're just talking shit, then like they have a problem.
Yeah. I think we've been overly constructive, honestly. Like, I'm surprised how many good ideas to like fix things we've come up with, because most of the time I don't even spend too much time thinking about how to fix it. I just point out the problems and I'm like, it's your fucking job to fix it. But we've actually had a lot of constructive, helpful ideas that would be huge if they would actually implement them.
Haven't you seen the patch notes for 3.3?
No.
There's a whole conversing in vain section.
Yeah, there should be. But they can't promote it because we cuss and don't always say nice things.
Their casters cuss. I love you, Reggie.
Humanist said a couple cuss words when he was casting.
I don't actually
true.
pick up on that usually because it doesn't offend me.
Yeah. I usually pick up on how little people are cussing. Like, wow, what's wrong
Same.
with you?
Yeah.
At CMC, we said no offense in one of our podcasts.
The very first one.
I think so.
I mean, I don't want to be filtered. I don't want to hold back.
Yeah.
If we
Like-
didn't want them to succeed, we wouldn't give a fuck.
Exactly. That's my thing. Like, I love this game. I still play it
Yep.
every fucking day. I put
some
hours into this
reason-
shit.
Oh, speaking of still play this game, Tinker, you have news since last time.
True. Very true. Would you like to share that news with the class?
Yeah. Stand up.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Class. What has changed in Vainglory for you since
Yeah.
last week?
Oh, I'm on Slimy Salamanders.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Congrats.
Yeah. All those
dude.
asshole teams that wouldn't pick me up, suck a dick. Yeah.
That's good.
And they're doing really well. They're undefeated in VPL. They've only played 3 or 4 games. But right now they're 3 games. They're undefeated. Feels fucking good. The team's great. Bunch of
So it can
well-known
only go
people.
down from here now that you're on it.
No, yeah, pretty much. I'm just a sub, but I'm super excited and happy and honored.
Hey man,
No, dude, that's
sub's legit.
that's something.
Legit.
Nobody hit me to be a sub, rightly so. But I'm just saying, it's a big
I
deal.
mean, they're all godly players, so they don't really they definitely don't need a sub. They're all pretty much available. They just Iraqi reached out to me, wanted me to he just reached out to me, said I'd be a good fit in case something happened. And
Nice, dude.
I've been helping with scrims and stuff too. So
Nice.
yeah, it's a good opportunity.
Very cool.
A good fit. Title of my sex tape. I'm happy for you, dude. Well, the other cool
Same.
thing is now you get to see like all these competitive scrims and stuff. So it's gonna. You're gonna become a better player whether you want to or not.
Oh, I've already learned so much from. I've only been a part of. It's been 3 days of scrims since I joined, and 1 day of VPL, and I've learned so much already. And I've actually had a chance to contribute a few times too, which is nice.
That's cool. So like, if the jungler goes down, you're playing jungle.
I've had to play. I had to play top for 1 scrim, which is what I main, and then I played bot and actually did well in a game. So yeah, no, I'll be playing whatever role is needed. We played a public match, a ranked game, and I had to jungle, and I thought somebody said Lorelei. Apparently, no one said Lorelei, so I had to jungle Lorelei, and I actually did pretty well.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm just there to fill whatever's needed.
I just want to say, so I created Team Seaman like a couple weeks ago, and look at it.
Oh my god.
Hitman's the coach of Hammers. Tinker's a sub on Slimy Salamanders. Neon's on Vision, and Louis on Rogue. All that happened within like no time at all after creating Team Seaman. So
It's true.
obviously I had a good eye for talent.
There you go. Just couldn't get those sponsorships, man.
We don't need
I need that-
sponsors.
I need those chairs.
We're just
those
hanging out
headsets
talking. We're just conversing.
in vain.
It's definitely in vain. That has been the biggest truism of this.
Do you think all of this started in a garage?
Wait, what?
There's going to be a picture of us like Jeff
Exactly.
Bezos at that shitty
Exactly.
desk.
Exactly.
#1 gaming podcast soon.
That would be dope.
It's coming. Just wait. 5
Title
years.
of my sex
5
tape.
years. From
5 years from now.
Just
Five.
you wait.
We just want right now. We want 5 days from now, please. Please give us 5 more days.
No, the thing is, like, if you have a chance to do something fun like this, you just got to do it. Because we're all going to be playing different games in fucking 5 years, and who knows, we might not even talk. So we had the chance to spend this time together, and now you got to do it. And that's one of the things I've learned from playing games. Like, some really big friendships I've developed, I don't really talk to those people anymore. But we were friends because we're actually friends, but what drove our friendship was spending time in the game, and then you drift apart once you stop playing that game.
It's sad, but
it's kind of the same thing like
works.
with jobs. You'll work a job and you'll become pretty good friends with somebody, and then you leave or they leave, and then you just drift apart.
Not me and Tinker.
Yeah, that's I think you're the only friend from work that I still. I mean, I have Pockets, who some people know from my stream.
I have Pockets too.
He and I met at work. But he moved to Texas, has a wife and kid now, and we talk like once every 6 months or something.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean like if you had a chance to have lunch or something, you wouldn't. You'd probably jump at the chance. It's just you don't have that daily interaction that's driving the friendship anymore.
And it's nothing that him and I did. It's just how life is.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have a podcast. And
I can't wait till we start playing different games.
Well, what's going to happen is you guys all stop playing mobile games, and then...
Wait, you don't enjoy hanging out with 12-year-olds?
It's just a necessity for my life. You guys know that. Not hanging out with 12-year-olds specifically.
Jesus.
More the mobile game part of it.
Dude, it's so dumb how that piece of paper just means, sorry I didn't waste 4 years of my life. Yeah, who goes to college?
Rip. Rip.
Sorry I didn't rack up enormous amounts of debt.
Yeah. So I don't have a bachelor's degree and I'm still paying off student loans. And I'm fucking 30. I'll be 33 next month. So imagine how long it's been since I was in college.
God damn.
I remember when I turned 25 and I was like, damn, I'm closer to 30 than high school. Now I'm 25, fucking 9. Basically closer to 40 than high school.
There's one that bugged me. It was like, we're closer to 2045 than we are to 1995.
Yikes.
That's fucking, if you're old, that's weird to think
about. Yikes. Dude, I still think of the 90s as last century.
Well, they were last century.
I mean, last decade. You know what I mean? You fuck. Cut that out. Edit it. Edit.
Boop, never! Nope. You think I edit this thing?
Beep boop.
You gotta do the clap. Title of my sex tape. Alright, we could be done, guys. We actually talked for quite a while. Over an hour.
That was a good one, actually.
It was a really good one.
I think that was a good one.
Thank you guys for
the title of my sex tape.
Being present.
I just felt like we touched on a lot of subjects and still had like enough vainglory to keep the audience around.
I think legitimately our audience is more interested in the other stuff we talk about.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think like the people we're getting from Vainglory listening to it, generally speaking, at least the ones that give me feedback, don't care that the podcast isn't about Vainglory all the time.
Good. That's good.
Like they're more interested in the other shit we talk about.
Do you think it bothers them that when it is about Vainglory?
No. Because like
it's gonna be about it.
Talking about like the top lane, bottom lane thing was really I was interested in it. Like I was like
okay.
I don't really watch competitive games. I'll watch like Neons and Louis just because like I guess to support them in a way.
For sure.
But I don't watch enough of it to know what the meta is in competitive. You know what I mean? So
yep.
That kind of stuff's super interesting. And a lot of people don't play enough 5v5 to know even basic things. You know? They're still trying to do things.
That's very apparent.